Hello everyone and welcome back to my Skillshop project series. In today's video I will be explaining task 19, which is programming the basic product searching process including pagination. In this task I implemented a dynamic search system where users can search for skills or products, view results dynamically, navigate through multiple pages using pagination, see product ratings, reviews and seller information. In this video I will explain the search logic, the SQL queries, the pagination calculation, the data fetching process and the front-end rendering of product. So let's get started with the backend logic first. At the beginning of the file we have started the PHP session. So here this means we will check if a session already exists. If not, we will start a new session using session start. Then next we will require the database connection. Then below that we will check whether the user is logged in or not. If the session does not exist, the system loads the authcheck.php file. That file checks the remember me cookie token and logs the user in automatically if the token is invalid. Then here we will retrieve the important user data. These variables help us identify the logged in user, determine user permissions, personalize the interface. Then below that we have required the header.php file. Now we will initialize the search and the pagination variables. Here we will read the search query from the URL, and the trim function removes the unnecessary spaces. Next, this determines the current page number. We will convert the value into an integer using int value. Then the max ensures that the page number cannot be less than 1, which prevents invalid page access. Next we will define how many products appear per page. So here I have given 12, so this means 12 products will be displayed per page. Next we will construct the SQL search query dynamically. So this ensures only the active products are displayed. Now we prepare the parameters for the prepared statement. These will store the query values, the parameter types. Next we will check if the user entered a search keyword. If the search query exists, then we will build the search condition. The percentage symbol is used for partial matching in SQL. Next we will add the search condition. So this means the system will search inside the product title and the description. Then we will bind the parameters. The SS means the two string parameters for title and description. Using the prepared statements, this protects the system from SQL injection attacks. Now we will calculate the total number of search results. So in here the variable count query means this query will count the total number of the products matching the search conditions. Next we will execute the query from the database. So then we will retrieve the count value. So this extracts the result. Next we will calculate the total pages. For example, if the total products are 50 and the items per page is 12, then we will divide the total products 50 by 12, then it gives us 4.16, and from the cell we will round it to the nearest number and then get 5 pages, and then we will calculate the offset. So in here, for example, the current page is 3 and minus 1, then it will be multiplied by the items per page 12. The answer will be 24, which means this SQL skips the first 24 records. Then we will fetch the products. So now we will create the main product query. So this query retrieves the product details, product ID, title, description, image URL, level, price created at, user's first name, the seller's name, then the number of customers as customer count, then the average rating, then the review count. Next we will join other tables. So here we will join the user table and the product table's seller ID. For the next one we will get the order table and the product ID with the order table's product ID, and then we will get the feedback table's product ID. So this allows us to fetch the seller information, purchase statistics, product ratings. Next we will group it by the product ID. Grouping ensures that exaggerated values like count and average work correctly. Then we will sort the product. So this shows the newest products first. Finally we will apply the pagination, limit, offset. So this means the limit controls how many records appear per page. Offset determines how many records to skip. Next we will get the parameters items per page, the offset. So here we will get two parameter types, two integers. Then we will store the results in an array. Here we will loop through the results from while. So this allows us to easily display products in the HTML section. Next, in the design, in the result counter, we will display the search result counter to the user. It shows how many skills and the products were found based on the search query. So here we will check if products exist. So here the program checks whether any products were found. The total products contain the number of the results returned from the database query. For example, if 12 products were found, the total products will be 12. If none were found, then it will be 0. So this condition means if the number of products is greater than 0, it will display the result count. Then here we will display the number of results. The number is wrapped inside a span with the class font bold, which makes the number bold. So here in a ternary operator, we will check if the total products is equal to 1, then it will show skill. Otherwise, if there are more products, it will show skills. This improves the grammar correctness in the interface. Next, we will show the search keyword. This checks whether the user typed something in the search bar. If the search query exists, the system prints it. And this and quote means it is the HTML code for quotation marks. So if the user searched PHP, then we will get 12 skills found for PHP. The quotes make the search keyword visually clear. And if no results were found, then we will show that no results found. So this informs the user that the search did not return any matching products. Next, in the results section in a PHP scriptlet, we will check the count products. So this returns the number of arrows fetched from the database. So if the count is greater than 0, the system displays the product cards. Then in the grid section, we will loop through each product retrieved from the database. Each products represent one row from the database table. So here we will calculate the display rating. So if the product has ratings, it will show the average ratings. If there are no ratings, then it will show new. Then in the product card, we will first get the product ID and the product title. Next, in the image section, we will check if the product has an uploaded image. If an image exists, then here we will get the image URL from the database, and then if there is no image, then we will show a default SVG placeholder icon. So this prevents broken images and keeps the user interface clean. Then below that, we will display the product level, and in the seller section we will get the seller name, the title of the product. In the stats row, we will echo the rating and the review count, and then we will get the integer value of the customer count. So in the price and the arrow section, we will get the price from the database. So the number format means it formats the price to 2 decimal places. Now in the pagination section, we will first check if the pagination is needed. So this condition checks whether more than one page of the result exists. If there is only one page, the pagination buttons are not needed. Next, we will get the first and the previous buttons. So here, this will check if the user is not on the first page. If the user is on the first page, the previous buttons should not appear. So in here, this sends the user to the page 1. Then in the previous page button, this sends the user to the previous page. Then we will calculate the visible page numbers. These variables control which page numbers should appear. Instead of showing all pages, the system only shows a small range around the current page. Here the max current page minus subtract 1 means it prevents the numbers going below 1, and the end min total pages and current page plus 1 means that it prevents the page numbers going beyond the last page. Then here we will display the first page shortcut. So this checks if there are pages before the visible range. If yes, the system display the page 1 shortcut. Then after that, we have added a span. So this 3 dots means it indicates that some pages are skipped. So this keeps the pagination clean and compact. Next, for the next one, we will loop for the page numbers. This loop generates the page number buttons dynamically. Each number becomes clickable page link. Then we have the pagination links. Each button links to the specific number. For example, if the specific number is 4 or 5 or 6, and then this URL encode means it ensures the search text is safe for URLs. Otherwise, the page number will not appear. Next, we will highlight the current page. So this means that this highlights the active page button, and after that we will display the last page shortcut. If there are pages after the visible range, the system shows the last page. And then we have the next button. So this means if the current page is less than the total pages, so this checks if the user is not on the last page, then it shows the next button. Later we have the last page button. So this sends the user directly to the last page. Then here we have an empty state section. So this means that if no products were found, then we will display an empty state. This includes a search icon, message saying no skills were found, and here we will add a button to browse all the products, and here we will clear the search, and it will again refresh the page to the search products.php file. So this improves the user experience. Next, in the header.php file, I have updated in the search bar my div to a form, and here I have the method get, the action search products.php file. Then I have changed the input type to text and the name to queue and the button type to submit. Same in the home.php file, I have changed the div to a form, then the method get, action search products.php file, input type text and the name queue, then the button type as submit. So as you can see, this is the search products page. So here you can see the search bar section with the button, and here the products are loaded. So here for the items per page, I have changed 12 to 6 so that I can show the pagination. So this is the last. So if I click on this, you can see it takes me to the last page of total 20 products, and if I click on this, it takes me to the first, and if I click on this, it takes me to the second page, and this shows all the pagination. But if I go to the last, you can see there is 3 dots which shows that there are more pages before this. The same can be seen if I go to the first page. Now here, if I search for PHP, it shows me a result for 1 because there is only one product for that. If I randomly get this and search for it, you can see that 8 skills are found for UI. Now if I search for something that is invalid 1, you can see it shows no skills found, try different keywords or browse all available skills. So here you can go to browse all or clear this page. So if I go to browse all, it takes me to the home page. So here I can search for anything, data, and then search. It takes me to the search products page, and here 3 skills are found for data. Now this also works in the header search bar. This also takes me to the search products page, and if I again enter an invalid data and click on the clear button, it clears the input field and shows all the products that is in the database. So that's how I implemented the basic product searching process with Pagination for my Skillshop project. In this task, I demonstrated dynamic search using get parameters, secure prepared SQL queries, pagination logic using limit and offset, iterated product statistics, responsive product display using Tailwind CSS. So this system allows users to efficiently browse and search through large numbers of skills while maintaining performance and usability. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.